turn my TV on.
Hey there, fellow honkies and not honkies. How you doing?
I've always loved that word.
Honkies?
Yeah. When I was a kid, they didn't say cracker. They said honky.
I learned from a guy in prison, and grant this is only one person, so I'm completely going on what he said. But he said that in the prison community, if you call someone a honky, it is a compliment. If you call someone a cracker, it is an insult. And I asked him, why? And he said, crackers crumble, honkies rumble. So, the honkies are the ones they had to respect in the prison.
The white guys?
Yeah, they're the white guys in there that if you fuck with them, they're going to fuck with you back. The crackers are the ones, that you fuck with them, they're just going to crumble and become your bitch. So that honky is a good term in the prison community, apparently. In case you guys are ever stuck in the pen out there. This is coming from one guy in Claremont County, though, so who fucking knows?
Yeah. But when I was a kid, that was what, when the black guys wanted to insult the white guys, it was honky. Mm-hmm. And it came from, mostly got popular on fucking George Jefferson would call Archie Bunker a honky all the fucking time.
Oh, really? Yeah, I guess that was the appropriate one back in the day. I don't know. My generation is more of a crack-ass cracker, because you had that cracker-ass cracker, and I think it's all the Chris Rock skit from, I believe a Kevin Smith movie he did then. I forget which one.
I remember him saying cracker-ass cracker.
He was a director. He was like a Black Power director, and he was just talking down to all the white people and shit. And I remember him saying cracker-ass cracker a lot. But that's my fave. That's what I go with when I'm insulting the whites.
Hey, YouTubing lately, have you ever watched Between Two Ferns?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
I thought it was pretty fucking funny.
Well, okay, what are we talking about? Are we talking about the YouTube?
little 5-minute YouTube
Okay,
skits?
those are funny as shit.
Yeah.
They made a movie, and it was awful. It was on Netflix, I think. I don't remember, but I like Zach Galifianakis, but they made a movie. It wasn't good, but the skits are fucking hilarious.
I haven't seen the movie. I watched. I went on the skits because I saw Galifianakis doing an interview, and it was talking about Between Two Ferns. I said I never heard of it, but I had seen some of those on Facebook pop up. So I went and literally watched like all 15 of them or whatever. They're pretty fucking funny.
He's a funny guy. He's a weird fucking guy.
In his interview, he was normal.
He's a totally smart guy, normal. But at the same time, he's super weird. I mean, look at him. He's kind of disappeared again, and I think he's done that on his own.
I think he does.
He owns like a farm out in the middle of fucking nowhere. And,
well, his family's from North Carolina. He said he goes back there a lot.
Yeah, and he owns like a lot of property and lives on some fucking farm and just stays away from everyone. He's
they asked him who he hung out with when he wasn't there. He said mostly not famous people. He goes, I hang out with mostly just people I know.
I think that's most of them.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean outside of stand-up comedy, because there's just a lot of stand-up comedians that are famous at this point.
Well, because they're all touring at the same fucking time, hanging out. Yeah.
But I think people like him, actors and shit, I don't think they hang out with other actors outside of like big events and shit.
Well, not people that were in the same movies and shit, but they might be buddies with
you
somebody.
might see each other at an event. You'll see each other at some big, Hollywood party every so often, but I think every day in and day out. I agree. I mean, according to a lot of people, it is a lot like that Entourage. You pretty much you got a shitload of money, so you kind of bring around the people that were tight with you when you were younger, and you hang out with them. Yeah. And just give them different dumb jobs. Go get my fucking mail. All right, here's $100,000 a year.
Entourage was the one with Frog, right?
Frog. Turtle.
Oh, is that his name, Turtle?
Frog!
I thought his name was Frog.
That's awesome.
I remember Frog. I liked that show. Yeah, the one guy became an actor and brought his 3 buddies on to hang out.
Yeah, one became an agent, one became just like his assistant, and one was his actual brother, who was also an actor. That was fun.
Turtle was the brother?
No, Turtle was just his flunky stoner friend.
Okay, yeah.
The brother was
Kevin Dillon.
Yeah, Kevin Dillon, that's who made the show to me. He was the best part of the show.
I agree.
Actually, everything else in the show sucked. Kevin Dillon was fucking awesome. There was lots of nice tit scenes and stuff like that because Vince was always getting laid.
Yeah.
Turtle was all right. The Eric dude, he was fucking boring. That was the manager.
He was the straight guy.
He was the straight manager, little short fella.
Yeah, with the red hair.
And, you know, and his storylines are always the drama lines, him and his girl, blah, blah, blah. Like shit I don't care about. But, you know, Dylan was fucking hilarious.
He is.
He was great in that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Vince was just always getting top class poon. So,
so
it was good. There was good looking ladies on the show. I like that show. Yeah,
I did too, but I think Turtle becomes Frog after like 3 years of not hearing
Frog.
It's pretty close. I picked 2 amphibians.
Hey,
you know
speaking of frogs, this has nothing to do with a frog. Hey, I was listening to an interview with Deion Sanders last night.
Okay.
He was talking about when he was with the Reds, he loved Cincinnati so fucking much. He wanted to move here and spend the rest of his life here. He had like found some property and everything else. He loved playing for the Reds. He loved Cincinnati. He planned on making this his home. And at that time, he's playing football, obviously, also.
Yeah.
He contacted the Bengals, wanting them to sign him, and they just like had no interest. The 1990s Bengals, the worst fucking decade of football there might be in all
Except
of football.
for 90. We went in the Super Bowl in 90.
That was 88.
Was it 88?
Yeah, 88. I think 90 might have been the last year we made the playoffs from that 88
And then
team
it
as they were
went
declining.
Yeah. Then
But
it
either
went
way,
garbage.
yeah, like after that,
then we
it's
went
garbage.
through the Achilles Smith
Yeah.
and Blake.
Meanwhile, the greatest cornerback to ever play at that point, probably, Deion Sanders, is calling you going, hey, man, I'll take a hometown deal. I want to stay in Cincinnati year-round. I don't want to have to go to Kansas City part-time and L.A. part-time. And you know what I mean? I want to stay in the same city to play football and baseball.
How cool would that have been?
How fucking cool would it have been? In the 90s Bengals of Mike Brown in full force back then. It's like, nah, not interested. You know?
Because you know what would have happened?
What?
Here's what would have happened. Because I'm a giant Deion fan. Who wasn't?
Dude, he's the man.
Hated the Cowboys, but when he came to play baseball
Doesn't matter.
here,
I hate the 49ers and the Cowboys, but I still liked him.
Yeah.
You know, I liked him in Atlanta, obviously. But
if we would have secured that deal with him, and he would have been a Bengal and a fucking, red, and then been basically, adopted by the city, that guy.
He would have been an icon in the city.
He would have ended up coaching UC.
He may have ended up coaching UC also.
That's what would have happened.
Yeah. And you know what? Now, after knowing that and how much he loved UC, kind of bums me out that he didn't end up coaching UC. They were looking for a coach too.
Love Deion.
I think Deion's going to be a master in college football coaching.
Do you?
Yeah, I really do. After listening to that interview and just everything I've heard about him, how he's so much all in, how he just gets it.
I love the all in.
He has no interest, he said, in ever coaching. He was talking about the NFL. He's like, no, I ain't coaching Richmond.
He said that about college. He wanted to coach high school. He went and coached that high school team, and he goes, I want to take these young men and get them to the next level. Well, but then the money comes, and college is looking good.
I don't know if
now.
it's the money for him, because he's already fucking loaded.
But I'm saying he went to Jackson State, a little tiny little fucking college, and because for the same principle as his high school deals, I want to, and I'm not downplaying.
Well,
Deion.
it's a black-owned college too, so there's that's involved.
But he said I like taking them when they're young and raw, and teaching them the game the right way, and teaching them the business. And now he's up in he's in a football factory now. And the thing about it is, I'm fine with that if he's a good coach. I just need to see what kind of coaches he surrounds himself with. Because if he tries to do it alone with bad coordinators and shit,
dude,
he's going to fall.
You know who his defensive coordinator is?
No.
Mike Zimmer.
No way.
He got Mike Zimmer as a defensive coordinator. I forget his offensive coordinator, but he was also a former
Zimmer.
His
an
offensive
NFL head coach for fucking how many years?
Forever.
Yeah.
And his offensive coordinator, and I forget the name off the top of my head, but was also a head coach. He was a head coach, I believe, in the NFL.
Well, see, that pisses me off more now.
He has surrounded himself with
He
great
could have been
coaches.
doing that at UC.
Yeah, exactly. He surrounded himself with great coaches. The guy has a great pitch.
I hope he does well.
He was
I love
talking
Deion.
about, and he makes this good point. He's like, you got to remember, at the college level, he's like, I've seen this from every angle at this point. I've seen it as a coach. I've seen recruiting as a coach. I've seen recruiting as a player, and I've seen recruiting as a parent, because all 3 of his kids have got recruited. Hardcore. He's like, I understand this game. He made a lot of good points, dude. When
And
I'm listening to him,
the business part of the game.
when I listened to him, I was sold, and I just couldn't imagine if I was a football player going, "Oh, I can play for fucking Deion Sanders." And when he's talking to you, he sounds this convincing. That team's gonna be big in like 4 years.
I'd love it. I want Deion to fucking be the
Plus,
greatest coach
really,
ever. Who
Colorado, isn't that in Boulder? That's beautiful. Who wouldn't want to live there for 4 years? Why not? I always think that's a selling point. That's why it always blows my mind when places like Alabama and Nebraska are like have these huge colleges. It's like, if I'm a super athlete and I could pick anywhere I want to go to in the country to play, I ain't picking the middle of fucking nowhere, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going to Miami. I'm going to California. I'm playing for Hawaii. I'm doing shit like that.
A guy I went to high
Boulder's
school
pretty
with,
cool.
A guy I went to high school with, and ended up becoming a coach of some huge colleges, ended up in the pros. He was Colorado's head coach for a while.
Oh, really?
Then he went to Washington. His name was Rick Neuheisel. Ended up as a defensive coordinator in Baltimore, I think. I don't know where he is now. I think he's out of college. But I remember when he was at Colorado, they got into some trouble. He got recruiting violations or whatever. Mm-hmm. But apparently at the time, now Colorado was tough at the time. They were a top 20 college at the time. And they were right on the cusp of becoming one of the big, great ones. Obviously, Deion's going to take them there. Who's not going to want to play for Deion? Especially if you're a fucking defensive back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would.
Oh, my God, I get to learn from Deion Sanders? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm just mad because he could have been here.
To be fair, you're learning from 8-toed Deion Sanders, not 10-toed Deion Sanders. All right?
But I mean,
he's
think
down
about
a few
that.
toes. So
when you talk about the greatest people that ever played the game, eventually Deion's going to pop into the fucking conversation.
I mean, of cornerbacks, yes. He's one of the greatest cornerbacks.
And the thing about it is he wanted to fucking adopt Cincinnati and make it his permanent home. And Mike Brown fucked that up.
He just ignored him. He said they didn't even return his calls. They treated him like he was a fucking C-level who gives a shit player.
Well, I don't think that's ever happened. I mean, there's only been a few guys that have played pro baseball and football, but I don't think they've ever done it in the same city, have they?
I don't believe so.
That would have been rare. And I think Mike Brown at that time, if you look at who he had for the next 10 years, didn't want to pay Deion dollars.
Who did Deion play for? Deion did do it in the same city. Didn't he do Atlanta, both sides? I think he played for the Braves and the Falcons.
He was
at one
a Falcon.
Yeah, that's where he started. I think he did start with Atlanta on both sides. I could be wrong about that, but I think he did.
I don't know if it was at the same time.
Because I can't remember who else he even played for in baseball. He wasn't as good at baseball, and he was even talking about that in the interview. He was saying that, I worked my ass off to be average. Yeah. He's like, I was never a great baseball player.
Well, no, and he was obviously an outfielder just because of his speed.
He was fucking fast, so he could play defense well in the outfield and stuff, and he ran the bases like a maniac. Yeah. But as far as his actual hitting and getting on base, he wasn't that great.
No, and he admits that.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to bat in the 200s, but if he gets on base, he's going to be trouble. If you need a pinch runner, you got a pinch runner.
At the end of every baseball season, 90% are in the 200s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Can you go from 230 to 275?
Well, that's why they say he wasn't a shitty baseball player. Just to be an average baseball player in the major leagues is pretty fucking impressive.
And the whole fucking point
is, to do it while you're a Hall of Famer cornerback at the same time.
That when Deion Sanders was playing here, those Red games were sold out, man.
And they sold more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Fun. I mean, I have some of my best childhood memories of the Reds is with Deion when the one time he hopped over the catcher and he had some cool fucking plays when he was in Cincinnati. I was pumped when he came to Cincinnati. That's definitely true. And he'd run this city if he could have played with the Bengals and the Reds for years, especially those Bengals teams that had nothing. So every once in a while, you might get a punt return from Deion.
Yeah,
you might get an interception. You might get some cool shit. Other people might like your team a little bit. Maybe other people would come to your team because they can play with Deion.
You hear it all the time when people get traded or get signed by another team. Yeah, I came here. I've always wanted to play with this guy or whatever. Blah blah blah. And Deion would have been.
Meanwhile, I can't off the top of my head name one fucking cornerback that played for the Bengals in the 1990s, and I guarantee you, I watched every goddamn game that decade, and I still couldn't name you one off the top of my head. And we're passing up Deion fucking Sanders.
Yeah.
God
and he would have been playing with like Fulcher at safety. Fulcher was a strong safety.
Yeah. Fulcher was a great safety.
He was a great safety, Arizona State. And but I'm saying he had other people. And the whole point is, it's like you said, you got a guy who's at that time top 10 in athletic conversation who says, "Hey, I want this to be my home. I don't want to go to L.A. or New York. I want to live in Cincinnati. I want to buy a big fucking house here, and I want to live the rest of my fucking life here." And you don't return his phone call?
No, he said
you're a fucking idiot.
He said he found property with a lake on it. He was pumped. He was gonna start his big, because he's a big Christian dude. He was gonna start his Christian thing somewhere out here. He had it all planned out. But the Bengals wouldn't return his phone calls.
And then did he end up in Texas? Is that where he
I don't even remember at this point.
That's where his high school team that he coached was, I think, was in Texas.
Well, it makes sense. You don't pay taxes out there. Everybody goes out there eventually.
Yeah, another big Mike Brown fuck up. Let's get to the important stuff.
All right, what's up?
Hey, we haven't talked about fantasy football.
Well, I don't know how important
our fantasy football is over.
Yeah.
How did that end up?
It was a disappointing season. I'm going to say it that way. It was a very disappointing season. I was the champion last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
That's me. Yeah.
Who won the Super Bowl last year?
Last year I was the champion. Last year.
Yeah.
I had the belt hanging behind me. It used to be right here. The belt was right there.
Oh, does that mean you didn't win this year?
I didn't win this year. In fact, I came in 5th.
God, who won?
So it came down to the last game.
Yeah.
All right, and my co-host here was in the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's me.
That's you. You were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I saw that. You were going against a fella that named himself Fag Capital. It's probably not what you're thinking, but that's fine. I'm not even going to correct it.
Tom Brenneman ode, right?
Yes, okay. Well, frankly, it's what is that? That's a movie. Some shitty movie back in the day that you would like. Anyways, so it came down to Fag Capital, and your team was I Love Eating Butt or some shit.
No, Wax Butthole for Life.
Wax Butthole for Life. Comes down to the Monday night game.
Yeah.
Capital, he has a full lineup. He has Josh Allen. He has Stephon Diggs. He has Jamar Chase. You have
Devin Singletary.
But I had no but me.
I had almost a 40-point lead at that time.
He did have a 40-point lead. Didn't he have some? Oh, he had Hayden Hurst.
And he had a kicker.
All right, so he has 5 players going. 4 of them can score a lot of points at any time.
Yeah.
You have Singletary, who can also put up some points. We ain't going to say. And a giant lead. We get into the first quarter. Bengals come out hot.
Yeah.
And then some dude dies. And since some dude dies, Chris wins the championship. So it sounds...
That's me.
It sounds great. So here we go, guys. We're going to watch Chris celebrate someone's death.
Oh, my God. You know what? I'm not celebrating anything. I was even the bigger man.
Happy death.
I want to thank everybody who got me here. First of all, I want to thank
Damar Hamlin for dying on the field.
The Lord God. This belt means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Fuck Yahoo for giving me a D+ rating on my draft.
Oh, they did shit on you in your draft.
And they shit on my draft. And let's face it, I was near the top. I was 1 or 2 all year.
No, you had a good year.
I had a great year. Yeah. And I want to accept this to all the little people who, ever feel like, you're shunned. The guys like Boy Toy, who always does great and finished at the very bottom.
Oh, he was awful.
This is for all of us, guys. This is Wax Butthole for Life. And just so you know, I did split the prize money because I knew that I would have got smoked. But, the very next play, it could have been Josh Allen down getting CPR.
Hey, a champion's a champion.
Right. And so, nobody cares about why.
Yeah. Just because yours will always have an asterisk next to it, you're still the champion. 2022 Never Trust a Fart Fantasy Football League champion, since we couldn't change it back because it's bought and it costs like $300 or some stupid shit.
Matt went crazy on this belt. Big thanks to Matt Hudson for the belt.
Hey, big thanks to Matt Hudson's mom for paying his rent so we can fucking...
But Matt, what we need to do, since we're going to pass this belt around, I think we're going to give it back to Matt so he can pay to have the names etched in the year.
Yeah, get that together.
Come on, Matt. We're not going to do that.
What,
it's on you. You
provide
the
cheap?
belt.
Come on.
Yeah. So big thanks to the fantasy football gods for giving me this victory. It was nice. I'll be honest with you. The last few years of fantasy football, I've gotten smoked.
Yeah.
I almost made the playoffs last week and ended up getting beat by like 90. So I'm going to relish this for this season.
Hey, I kept my streak alive. I went into the year hopeful, but by like week 4 because of injuries and such, I was like, I'll be lucky to fucking hang on this year.
Yeah.
And I made it in the playoffs. I was happy. Fantasy football done for the year, and I'm sure that bores the fuck out of 90% of us.
But we're doing this because it pisses off Vern Schillinger.
Oh, fuck Vern.
Yeah. And you know what? The funniest part of this whole fucking season is two funny parts for me, and this is going to bore you too. I'll be quick. Brandon every week saying, "Yeah, my team's about to blow up. I should win."
It was like 10th place.
He does that all the time. And Nick Marchetti, our favorite little leprechaun, giving you all the fucking. He built this fucking playoff team. He made 1 million trades. He lost some good people to get other people.
Honestly, his trades are probably what put me in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So thank you, Nick, for making some trades that you thought were great and that weren't that great in the end.
And he ended up not even making the playoffs.
Yeah, I like that.
So, yeah, I like that too. So,
well, that's what you happen when you put all your faith in a rapist, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, and he did.
And that's exactly what he did.
So,
and as a fucking Pittsburgh fan, how fucking shame on you, Marchetti. Shame on you. But yeah, there's the champ. Fucking there's Chris the champ, 2022, celebrating death. All right.
Yep.
But he didn't die, so it's all right. You don't have to feel bad about it.
Yeah, all is good there. He's seems to be
Yeah, your
pretty
microphone's
healthy.
been bothering me the whole episode.
So I'm going to slide right into our next segment. We got a lot of people interested in this year's death pool.
Yeah,
You have until the 22nd to get that in. If it's not in by the 22nd, we can't let you in. It's only fair. We're trying to get 25, maybe 30 people.
Nathan just put his in last night. I had to look at it. It looked a lot like his old list.
Nate does.
But it was written down. He's the only one that has to send me a picture of it written down. Hey, you don't have an email?
You don't have a text?
You know that tablet you use to jerk off to? You can also send emails on it.
You know what? I jerk off to the phone, but the tablet wouldn't make things bigger.
It does make it bigger.
And I have a tablet.
Well, why don't you start jerking off with the tablet?
Maybe I will.
All right. Well, your life just changed, dude.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
Hey, speaking of jerking off, don't you have some advice or some shit like that?
Yes, I do. Well, I don't. Somebody else does.
Well, yeah, there are agent cocksmith.
Oh, yeah. You are now tuned in to Sex Advice from an aging cocksmith. Yeah, this is gonna be good.
Hi there, young people.
Man, hey, you look just like my friend who was just celebrating a man's death because he got a championship belt out of it.
Yeah, well, first of all, I know that guy. He wasn't celebrating anybody's death. He
That's
was
what it seemed
celebrating
like.
victory.
Now, well, he only won because the guy died. All right.
All right, listen.
Go ahead, sir.
I've got another product review for you. I did one last Tuesday, and I've been wanting to try this stuff. We've talked about the product before, but I actually tried it this time. I got a call or text from my friendly neighborhood bud eater who came over last week for some frolic. And
I like that too.
I tried this product. It's called Prolonging. I don't know why they put an extra O. I think it's because like orgasm, that kind of thing.
Pro what?
It's prolonging with an extra O.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Prolonging. Okay, and what this is it's one of those creams you rub on your dick, and it's supposed to make you last longer. Okay, I don't really have a giant problem with lasting longer. I wanted to see how much longer. So I'm going to give you the pros and the cons of this. First of all, if you're married, avoid this product. Avoid this product if you're married, or if you're the kind of guy that goes bareback. Avoid this product. Here's the deal. You rub this cream all over your Johnson.
I'm out twice.
Yeah, you rub this cream on your Johnson, and basically it numbs the fuck out of it where you don't feel anything. Okay? Good and bad. The bad, let's start with the bad. It also numbs the fuck out of her vagina where she can't feel anything.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, because what's happening while you're just pumping and pumping and pumping, you think she's going, oh my God, this guy's a fucking Trojan soldier. She's not. She's getting raw. Okay? She's getting fucking beat up and chewed up. And by the time the stuff wears off and she starts to feel good, she doesn't want it to go any longer. It hurts now.
Yeah.
Plus, you can't feel anything. Plus, as it starts to wear off on your dick, it doesn't wear off all the way. When you start getting that sensation back and you're like, okay, now it's starting to feel good, but it doesn't feel as good as it would if I didn't have any on there. You basically you have to really force it to get your nut to dribble out the end of your dick. I do not recommend this cream whatsoever. Did it make me last a little longer? Yeah, about 10 minutes longer maybe. But it wasn't any good.
Yeah, but there's no enhancement. Why last?
There was no enhancement. And not only that, there was a little bit of physical discomfort. It burned. It was like that cooling burn. Like if you put icy hot or something like there. Ooh, that hurts. That's prolonging. That's all of those. They make it in a KY form. They make it in all kinds of form where this cream, you want to fuck. That's great. She's not going to feel anything either if you're going bareback. And another drawback, let's say you wear a rubber with it. You got double desensitivity. Yeah, you can fuck a long time. But guess what? She ain't going to suck it afterwards. She doesn't want to feel like she's just been to the fucking dentist when she's done blowing you. This cream is not good. I don't know why they would make it, because even though you fuck longer, there are so many side effects and so many bad things that happen with this cream, you don't feel a fucking thing. When I came, I was like, I think I came.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, I think I just did. And how you feeling? Well, I can't walk. But so we got a double chink on both sides.
Yeah.
And I don't recommend it. If you just want to go longer, get the blue pill or or something else. Use my other advice that I gave you about pushing underneath your nuts. But the whole point is, I definitely don't recommend this cream. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
It desensitized the fuck out of me. It kind of hurt a little. And like I said, she didn't like it either. So I'm going to say no to desensitizing Mr. Big Cream. Don't use it.
No. How do you spell that one again?
Prolonging.
Yeah.
Proloonging.
All right, guys. And that was...
Oh yeah. You are now tuned in to Sex Advice from an aging cocksmith. Yeah, this is gonna be good.
All right, man. I'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right.
Take it easy, buddy.
He's out.
I like that guy.
I defend you every time.
He does, but
I
he's
don't
a nice
fucking get it.
He's a nice guy, and he's still getting ass at his age.
Yeah, he's old. That's all I gotta say. He's
Put
old.
an ER on the end of that. So, today it's a nice balmy 54 degrees, and I just found out coming in here that it's gonna fucking snow tomorrow.
Cool. It's Ohio, dude. That's what we do.
I know.
You never fucking know.
Yeah.
It's been a fucking lame winter so far. We had a week. We had a week where it was super cold, and that was about it. I mean, back in the day, it was always fucking like that. So I had something I wanted to say about that. Oh, no, I had nothing to do with that. But it did remind me. Pro tip out there for you guys that like fucking with your friends. All right, we did this to Adam, the guy that writes our songs. All right, we got all fucked up all one night. He passes out, wasted. Wait about 2 hours. You rub Vicks Vapor Rub on their eyelids, right? Wait about 2 minutes, fucking smack the shit out of them, wake them up. They're fully blind. So they have no fucking clue. You cannot see shit. It burns so bad you can't see anything. And they'll start freaking the fuck out because
sounds fun.
Yeah, exactly. When you're wasted, especially, and you have no idea what's going on, and all of a sudden you wake back up and you're still probably wasted, but now you're completely blind and your eyes burn. You have no reason for any of this. It really freaks you out. So, pro tip, if you want to fuck with your friends, that's a good one. They go to the bathroom sink or whatever, wash their eyes out for like 15 minutes with warm water. They'll be fine. There's no lasting effect. But it does burn like a motherfucker, and it does suck really bad. And you want to wait. I mean, the thing is you don't want to do it right away and then wake them up, because then they can get it off. You let it soak in a little bit. Let it get through those eyelids, a little soak into the eyeball. If they wake up naturally, it's even better. But, give it a couple minutes, and if they don't wake up, smack the shit out of them.
They think the drugs made them blind?
They have no idea, Now, I don't particularly, this was a long time ago, so I don't particularly remember the drug he was on that particular night. But, either way. We fucked with him a couple times. There was one time he drank a whole bottle of vodka by himself in like 2 hours.
Good man.
Completely shit canned, passed out on the ground with his mouth open. We put 2 hits of acid in his mouth.
But that's not good there.
No, it didn't end up well either. So... we wait we forget that we did it. I mean, we just forgot. He wakes up about an hour after this.
Tripping balls.
I wasn't there. I was there, but I wasn't right there.
Yeah.
It was a party going on, whatever. Someone comes up to me a little bit later, they're like, Adam just left. I'm like, what do you mean Adam just left? You know what I mean? It didn't kick into me that we had fed him acid. And then he was shit canned anyways. He shouldn't have been driving regardless. He had drank a whole bottle of vodka by himself and really quick, and then passed out from it because he probably had alcohol poisoning. So he left.
Got in his car?
Got in his car, left. We had no idea. We didn't know anything until the next day. All right. This was on 222 out in between Amelia and Bethel. We had this party area that backed up to East Fork Lake. This kid named George that we all knew. No one particularly liked George that much, but
his place,
he had a great place to party. He was out in the middle of nowhere. You never got bothered by the cops. His parents obviously didn't give a shit. It was fucking great place. So either way, we're way out there. He got busted in Adams County driving down 32 on the wrong side of the highway. Almost went head on with a cop.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I could have killed my best friend. That definitely could have happened. And looking back, I don't think
you could have killed
I don't think it was
a family driving in their minivan.
Yeah, I don't think it was me. I don't remember who even put the acid in his mouth. I'm pretty sure it wasn't me.
2 hits, though.
2 hits. It was, fuck who? I think it might have been my friend Matt. Rest in peace.
Blaming the dead. The dead.
It was either Matt, Clint, Josh. They're all dead. But the other Josh, You know,
you're not doing a whole lot for your soul at this point.
No, but I remember it wasn't me. I would have remembered that.
All right.
I would have had a little bit more guilt, I think. I still had guilt because he's my best friend and I should have protected him and not just laughed.
He got arrested then?
Oh, yeah. He got arrested. He went to jail, you know, all that stuff.
So when he gets out of jail,
he didn't know. He did not know that he was on acid even after the fact. You know what I mean? He knew he blacked out drunk.
Yeah, but you need the best part of the prank, man. You have to do the best part of the prank, and that's the...
You went to jail.
You have to do that.
You went to jail,
so you wait.
loser.
So everybody lines up outside of the jail when he's getting released, and as soon as he comes out, y'all go...
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the best part of the prank.
Shit, I don't even know if that was a prank. That was just an awful thing to do. But hey, he lived. Everybody has a story to tell. Let's move on.
He probably paid a bunch of money in fines.
His dad probably did.
Oh, did he?
You know,
I had a prank gone wrong.
he was pretty young. I mean, we were probably only like 17.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I think we were still kids.
Well, I had a good prank gone wrong story. We used to prank each other all the time, but now when we go to the cabin, we might do roasts.
I'm never gonna put acid in your mouth while you pass out.
And we don't write on people's faces.
I never had acid.
One time, Nick broke the rules when he set his nuts on my forehead.
He did set his nuts on your forehead,
but he didn't set them in my mouth or anything. So
no, that would have been funny.
Yeah. So what we used to do is, when a guy passed out.
Okay, let me think. Before you get into this, let me ask.
Yeah.
Is that gay?
No.
I mean, to put it on the forehead, yes. But if you're putting your nuts in another man's mouth, even as a joke,
I would say.
Kinda.
I would say.
Yeah. As soon as another dude's lips touch my balls, I'm in the gay vicinity.
Yeah.
All right. That's super. We're right around the neighborhood. I bumped into it.
See, one of our favorite jokes we used to do was me, Big Dick Jeff, and Lance. When we'd party with other people or each other, whatever, and you passed out cold, we would pull out a camera and then we would lay our cocks across the fucking bridge of your nose or whatever and take pictures, and you would wake up with all these Polaroids on your chest of you with dicks pointing at your mouth, not touching your mouth, but pointing there, one laid across here. Yeah. Big Dick Jeff could cover your whole face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We would cover his eyes with... Well, one time this guy started working at the bar.
That's so awful.
This guy started working as a bouncer at the club, and we had all been there for years and years and years. And he knew we partied. Well, he tried to... make some friends at this new place and starts kind of pushing his way into the circle. And I'm like, well, this guy's cool. Everybody's like, oh, he's cool. So we went out and got really fucked up one night and he passed out. So we did the dick picture thing. Okay. Big Dick Jeff was across his face and I had nuts on his, I gave him a Roman helmet, I think. And put the Polaroids on his chest and we fucking left him there. Doesn't work real good for everybody. Apparently, this guy woke up and he was ready to kill. I mean, this guy, I don't know if he was so homophobic or holy fucking. This motherfucker, he came after all of us. I mean, he was looking for all of us. People were calling us saying, hey, this guy just fucking called me. He's looking for you. Know where he is. None of us were like scared of this guy. But this guy wasn't going to come. We thought this guy wasn't going to come and yell at us and try to fight us. We thought this guy was coming with a gun.
Yeah.
He quit his fucking job that same fucking night. And he told us if he ever sees any of us again, I'm going to fucking kill you. Prank gone wrong. We laughed our asses about it for years.
There's no way that this guy wasn't touched as a child. You triggered something hard. And that's what it is. It has to be, right?
We made him a crazy person.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You triggered something really bad in him. Like, that to me seems like someone that was molested as a child or his dad put his dick on his eye every once in a while. Something like that. And then that really triggered something because why else? I mean, granted, I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm getting my revenge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There will be...
But it's prank revenge.
Yeah, there will be
this guy wanted
some
to kill
kind of...
us.
Yeah, there will be revenge, but I'm not murdering you. I'm not quitting my job.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He quit.
There had to be some deep-seated shit within this guy that you guys released by all putting your dicks on his face.
You just never know.
Well, that's why, kids, you probably shouldn't be putting your dicks on people's faces while they're sleeping.
I mean, my buddy Lance, God, this was best picture I've ever seen because
Lance, get your death pool in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Lance, get your death pool in, buddy. Lance pulled his pants all the way off.
What was that?
Yeah, Lance pulled his pants all the way off. This guy was laying on his back. Mm-hmm. Lance backed up to him like on all fours on his knees. Mm-hmm. Okay, bent over, tucked his nuts and dick underneath, laid him on, gave him a Roman helmet, a reverse Roman helmet, with his asshole right above it. It was the best picture you ever saw in your life. The guy looked like a fly. Okay, he had big round balls on his eyes, and then he had this huge head with a big asshole in the middle.
Ugh.
It was the
Wait a minute,
funniest
flies
picture.
got assholes in the middle of their heads?
Well, no, but it looked like
I'd appreciate it
something.
much more.
It was the funniest picture I ever saw. Just know who you're doing your pranks with, people. If this guy would have woke up, saw the pictures, and we happened to be sitting there like doing the ha 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 thing, I think we all would have died. I think this guy would have picked up a lamp or something and hit us.
Oh,
with it.
Yeah, for sure.
This guy did not think it was funny.
He would have fought you to the death. You guys would have really had to take him out.
And with that much adrenaline, I don't know. You know what I mean? Lance was a big tough dude, and Lance was going, "Fuck! I think this guy wants to kill us." This guy was mad. Prank gone wrong. Don't ever do that.
Thank God. Most of my pranks are done to some of my best friends, and they never got too bad. So.
But to us, that was harmless, you know. I mean, and this guy was like, "Hey, we were doing it, trying to say, hey, we like you. We do this to each other. We like you, so we're doing this to you."
In my weird world, feeding people acid while they're sleeping was harmless.
That is weird
it
world.
really was. But that's the world I lived in.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really that big of a deal to me. It was just not watching him afterwards and making sure he didn't leave property. That was where we made our mistake. All right. That's the big lesson in my story is if you're going to drug your friends, take the responsibility to watch them afterwards. All right.
Good call.
They will make it through.
Yeah,
but they're going to need a little bit of your help maybe. All right. Stick around. Don't go do more drugs further back in the woods like I was probably doing. So
Good call. Hey, let's go. I got to fuck you. Do you?
Fuck you's how we end the show.
Oh, I got an asshole then.
Well, we asshole now.
I've got an anonymous asshole.
All right, we asshole. Ooh, did I? Yeah, I did.
My asshole of the week is totally anonymous. I don't think I've ever seen this in my whole fucking life, and I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
My asshole is, I don't know if it's a woman or a man.
All right.
I really have no fucking idea.
It's a they.
It's a they. Whoever they are, they shop at Meijer on Harrison Avenue. Okay?
As do you. That's where your asshole was last week.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 2 weeks ago, the ham guy. Yeah.
Fucking ham guy.
I've never seen this in my life. And first I laughed. I said, that's funny. It's my kind of fucking sick, twisted humor, but I know that this person didn't do it to be funny.
Yeah.
Okay? I go to Meijer at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. I do my shopping. I come out, and I go to get in my car, and I stepped on something.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a little bit dark out there. I wasn't really sure what I stepped on, so I just looked down. I stepped on a fully open, on display, shit-filled diaper.
Oh.
I didn't step on the shit part. I stepped on the edge. But the whole point is, this person took their kid to the car, took their shitty diaper off, opened the car door, and just threw it on the
asshole.
ground. Okay, now the kind of thing I would think that's funny. When you're done, everyone knows, every parent knows, when you're done with a shitty diaper, you fold it up, you use the tape to close it off, you know?
Yes, of course.
This person just went, and I stepped on it, okay? And I don't think I stepped on the shitty part. I think I stepped on one of the edges that was up. But the whole point is...
Someone is going to.
You
didn't pick it up.
No, and I think, did this person do that so somebody would, or is he just a lazy fuck? And the worst part about it is we were right next to the cart corral, and there's a garbage can in front of the cart corral. He could have thrown it away.
Was there any wipes?
I didn't see. No, it was just diaper
So he
shit.
didn't even wipe his kid's ass.
No. So I guess fuck him for that too. It was literally just a diaper with one of those green fucking loaded baby shits in it. And he just went, or she went, kunk, and just dropped it on the fucking ground.
Oh, God.
And the thing about it was, if I didn't step on it, it would have been funny to me. But the point is, I did step on it.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you step on shit and it gets in your shoes and all that, I would have been really fucking red. But what a lazy motherfucker. Garbage can 5 feet away. Roll the thing up and tape it shut. Nothing. He just fucking peeled it off. Tunk, right on the fucking ground. That is my fuck you. Him or her, whoever did that.
There's an asshole part of me that relates to the fella as I let my kid shit on the floor in some gas station in Arkansas or whatever over the summer.
Well, Arkansas, that's potpourri.
Well, wherever it is. I don't even remember where it was at. I'm just saying I let my kid shit on the floor without cleaning it up. But I believe that is a little bit different. Yeah,
It is way different.
I feel like if I was just going to discard the shitty diaper in the parking lot, I would have at least rolled it up.
Yes, and taped it. That's why the tape is there.
No, as a parent, that becomes like an art. You're like, you like love how good how tight you can make that tight.
Not only that, you can take a shit-filled thing, and when you're good at it, like parents are, you can tape it shut. You can play catch with it. Shit won't get out of there.
Shit ain't going anywhere.
Nothing's going anywhere.
I'm not playing catch with it.
But you could.
It's always a little warm.
It's always heavier on one side.
Yeah.
But the whole point is this person just tossed it right out the window.
Ah, God. Well, my asshole isn't that big of an asshole compared to that person. But my asshole is it's more of a funny, like, haha, asshole. Elon Musk. Asshole. All right, Elon Musk is worth more than anyone in the world because he's fucking weird and smart at the same time and made a lot of money and good decisions at some point, but then he stopped making good decisions apparently.
Yeah.
And his ego got so involved that he had to go out and buy fucking Twitter, which was already a sinking ship.
And how much was that? Wasn't it like $4 billion?
Nah, I don't think it was that much. It wasn't the price of Twitter that sinks him. It's the he's basically getting sunk in the stock market because the speculation is that he's not putting the effort into his own product. He's putting it all in the fucking Twitter, which who gives a shit? You know what I mean? The only reason he bought it was because of his ego. That's it. And it's a pet project for him. And he became this like right-wing cult hero because now people can
say whatever they want.
Call people the N-word again on Twitter. Like I don't really understand the big deal there one way or the other.
It's a freedom of speech platform.
Yeah, cool. Who cares? Yeah, freedom to be an asshole, I guess. That's fine. Whatever. I don't care. But he did become this little right-wing cult hero now. But at the same time, he lost more than any person in the history of the world. Now, to be fair, you got to be in the position to lose more than anybody else in the rest of the world. But I
think I heard he lost like $130 billion.
I think it was $230 billion. It was something stupid like that. It was a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
You got to remember that this isn't actually his money. This is money, his assets, everything else tied up in the stock. So it's not like this guy has a room full of $500 billion and, $300 billion flew out the window. No, that's not what it is. This is all speculation. The guy never really, I don't even know if he could cash out and get that much money in the end. I'm not sure how any of that fucking works. But him being an asshole and having to have this stupid pet project of Twitter has cost him a shit ton of money, and it makes me laugh. Fuck you, Elon, you asshole.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Because the world knows that guy's off. He named his kid a bunch of letters. I do all that.
Yeah.
Do all that. But when your ego costs you that much fucking money, I laugh about stuff like that.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't like you because you have that much money and I don't. But second of all, when you lose a big chunk of that, when you lose that much money, you feel it no matter how rich you are. You feel it.
Yeah. Well, it's a kick in the nuts regardless. Yeah. I mean, it's all over. He has the distinct... he's going to be known the rest of his life as the guy that lost the most money out of anyone in the history of the world. In the shortest period of time. In the shortest period of time, yeah. So it's an impressive feat regardless.
It is.
But the sad thing is he's still worth more than he will ever be able to spend in fucking 300 lifetimes.
Yeah, that's fact.
So it don't matter. And he'll make more money. I think as soon as he names a head of Twitter and lets someone else run that shit, I think his stock will start slowly going back up. I don't know how any of that fucking works. But either way, he's a fucking asshole for just wanting that much attention.
Yeah, here.
Just shut up, take your money, stop naming your kids letters. Like, fuck you.
Do you ever hear anything out of guys like Warren Buffett? You never hear their name.
Outside of their political donations or something. No, so that's other people really that's doing.
Shut the fuck up and be rich and be happy.
Yeah.
If I had that much money,
or do good things.
Yeah. They all say they do good things. All those rich people say, you know how much I give to charity? And they do.
Well, they do mostly
it's probably because, like 0.1% of their...
Well, and they'd rather give it to charity than taxes. You just write it off. So they're going to lose it no matter what. You may as well give it to something to make yourself look better.
Good. Right.
And, to be fair, and give money to charity. The charities could use it. But,
I agree 1,000%.
All right.
So, and, speaking of charity, a pretty cool thing I heard today, and this is pretty cool. Damar Hamlin. He wakes up.
Some guy was in here celebrating his death early. What?
But he wakes up, and this, from what I see about this guy, he seems like a pretty grounded, level-headed dude,
Yeah, by all accounts, he seems good.
Yeah. And what he says is he doesn't wake up with, any kind of fucking ego or anything. He wakes up and he's thankful to everybody who helped him and all that stuff. He actually, within a few days, he created this T-shirt something about, it's got 513 on it, but it's also got something else. No, it says on it, did we win?
Yeah.
I don't think his first words.
Yeah.
But what he's doing is he's going to sell these T-shirts all over the fucking place, and all that money is going to go to the medical charities and first responder charities in Cincinnati. And I think that's pretty fucking cool. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He didn't have to do it. He could have just said thanks.
Yeah.
When it all boils down.
Well, it saved his life.
They saved his life. A lot of people saved his life. But the fact that he this quickly said, hey, you did something nice. I want to do something nice in return. Seems like a pretty cool dude to me. I'm glad he's all right. And it's pretty cool.
I agree.
I'll buy one of those shirts.
Yeah, I won't. But I don't know, whatever. I still respect the guy.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Seems like a really good dude.
Yeah.
I'm glad he made it through. And I hope Peyton Hillis makes it through. Peyton Hillis, apparently his kids were drowning and he saved his kids, but then he ended up on life support. He just got off the incubator today.
Really?
That's been a thing. You haven't heard about that?
No.
Yeah, because internet culture, all right? I'm part of internet culture. I'm on there a lot, so I see this kind of shit. And there was that stupid, how, like the Black Lives Matter thing, where all of a sudden you have all lives matter kind of thing. Well, the Damar Hamlin thing's obviously been running shit for a long time as far as the media is concerned.
Yeah, since last Monday.
Peyton Hillis thing happened maybe a week ago, and it's the same like all lives matter. People are like, how come no one's talking about Peyton? It's all about Damar. And they make it a competition.
Well,
they make it a white-black competition.
Because 80 million people didn't watch it happen to Peyton.
It's just retarded, and it's retarded that anyone would frame anything like that.
Yeah.
But with that being said, Peyton Hillis, it sounds like he's coming around. It sounds like he saved like 2 or 3 of his kids from drowning or something. I don't remember the full story, but either way, in the process, he almost died. Hero. So cool for that fucking dude.
Hey, did you hear about the people they just arrested today in Covington?
No.
Apparently, there's
some meth going on.
No, apparently there's this gang in Florida, a huge giant gang, and they're called the something Lane Gang. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is.
Not important.
They named it after the third lane at the drive-through of the bank because apparently what these gang does is gets little groups of them together and they go all over the fucking country to rob and steal from people.
Okay.
They target gyms, daycare centers. Literally. They sit in the parking lot of a daycare center. A mom or dad comes to drop his kid off, mostly a mom, leaves the car running to take a kid in. Mm-hmm. They go in, steal all their shit. Apparently they do this all over the fucking world. They get fake checks. They take them to a little obscure banks and they fucking cash them out of that lane. That's what they call it. But anyway, they busted them in Covington. There was 6 of them. These motherfuckers were going to fucking dog parks waiting for people to put their shit down when they fucking walking their dog and go over and grab all their fucking shit. It's an organized gang. They say there's hundreds and hundreds of members, and they just say, okay, you 5 are going to Portland, Oregon this week. It's like a fucking job.
Yeah.
Yeah, you 3, you got San Francisco. Go over there and rob a bunch of Asian people. You know what I mean?
Someone's going to be walking their poodle.
Yeah, or dropping their kid off.
As soon as you see it start shit and grab their purse and run.
Yeah, and what kind of organization is going to say, okay, that lady might have $61 in her purse. You need to fucking travel to Los Angeles this week and see how many $61 purses you can get. What kind of who's running this fucking gang?
Obviously, someone very motivated.
Yeah. I wonder,
they got their nose to the grindstone.
Do they take all their fucking shit back and give it to the boss and then he pays them?
I don't know how it works.
But anyway, they busted him here. So crime is foiled in Mayberry.
We got you. We got you.
We got you.
You guys are just lucky our local Batman didn't come find you. He was busy. There was an incident in Pit 4.
All right, I got a really, really good name your price for you.
All right, let's get that name and price going then. You got a really good one, you said.
Yeah, I thought about this one for a while, and I'm trying to frame it right. I think I've got it down.
All right, let's go.
Okay, in the world of gay porn, they say there's a lot of straight men that do gay porn.
Now that's my world, boys.
They say there's a lot of straight men that do gay porn because it pays a lot better. They say, if you're willing to, hey, taking the ass from this guy, we're going to pay you 3 times what we would if you fucked this hot girl. Whatever. Here's mine. Guy knocks on your door, says, hey, Jason Bauman, how are you? I got your name from Adam. And he wants to hire you as a gay porn actor. You're not taking it in the ass or anything. It's just photography. Okay?
Take pictures of gay people fucking.
No, you're not the photographer. You're in the pictures.
Oh.
Basically, your job is going to be like, they'll have captions. It'll say like, hey, Big Bear gets gangbanged. And it'll be like you on all fours with like 8 cocks all around you, but none of them are in you. Okay, you might be holding one. Another one is lined up to your butthole, but it's not actually making contact. It's supposed to be the premise that, hey, this just happened. Okay, a straight guy sucks 10 cocks, and then there's 10 naked fucking guys lined up, and you're like this. But you're not sucking any of them, okay?
Okay.
You're just the guy in the pictures.
All right.
You're not actually putting the dick in your butt, but it's lined up there. There's 2 more laying on your back. Name your price. That's your job.
That's my job?
Yeah. You're not sucking any.
What are we doing?
Not taking any.
Are we talking annual salary? Are we talking
Annual
per
salary.
scene?
No, annual salary.
Annual salary, what I would need to make in order for my job every day is to go check in at the office and have people pretending like they're fucking me in pictures.
And gangbanging you and shit like that.
Yeah, everything.
You might have a ball gag in one day with a cock in each hand.
Yeah.
But you don't have to suck any.
Yeah, I'm not actually.
And the thing about it is, let me add this to it.
I do
before
have
you
to
name
touch
your
them
price.
though.
You have to grab them.
There's some dicks in my hand every once in a while.
Just in your hand. But the whole point is, all of your friends and family know everything. They know you're not sucking them. So it's like, you're not going to be like, hey, Jason fake. We're not going to do that anymore. Everybody knows you're not gay.
Yeah.
But the rest of the world seeing these pictures doesn't.
Yeah, but the rest of the world aren't seeing these pictures. I mean, I would imagine that, there's, for one thing, still photography in the porn world just isn't what it used to be.
No.
All right, so.
They're trying to bring it back.
Yeah, not many people are out there looking at pictures to jerk off nowadays.
No.
That's video.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not
It's your next door
This
neighbors.
is a very niche market. Or
Yeah.
You're talking about gay dudes that are in the fat guy
Bear
still
porn.
photography.
You're a bear. For all intents, you're a bear.
Yeah, sure. So, you're not going to walk down your local 7-Eleven and everybody's going to go, that's the dick sucker.
No, it won't be that.
It's not. That's not going to happen. Your friends all know, everybody knows, but they also know that you're not actually doing it. And obviously, check out my fucking house because I'm making good money doing this. I'm not doing this cheap.
Right.
All right, I'm not doing it for my salary. That's for sure.
Well, first of all, it's not a 40-hour-a-week job.
No, for sure.
It's 20.
It's a couple hours a day, maybe.
Yeah, it's a
something like that.
20-hour-a-week job.
But still. 1.5 million. 1.5 million.
1.5 million a year.
Yes. Touching cock for a living, dude?
I am much lower. Much lower than that. I don't want to touch cocks either.
Well, no
but you're talking 20 hours a week, and at the very most, all you got to do is wrap your hand around it. You'll get used to that. You won't enjoy it. You'll get used
I
to
ain't
it.
saying you won't get used to it. But
$250,000.
$250,000.
$250,000. I'll do that for a living.
Nah.
Because
I don't feel like that's
there'll
enough
be
money.
no more door dashing days ever. You go in there, you get a couple of pictures of some guys with their dick pointed at your butthole and at your mouth, but you don't have to suck on them. There's no cum involved. Sometimes they might squirt you with hand lotion and say guy dumps load on bear's back, but it's not really cum. It's just hand lotion that looks like cum.
Yeah.
If all I got to do is this, $250,000.
Yeah, see, man, I don't see that because $250,000's a decent amount of money and everything, but we're still talking about. All right, now you live in a little McMansion. You drive a fucking.
I'd be pretty happy in a little McMansion.
You drive a Cadillac Escalade or something like that. I'd rather drive a Toyota and fucking not touch dick. That's just me. So I need to be rich. If I'm gonna do a job like that, I need to be rich, and I
need to be comfortable.
Comfortable.
That's right. I need comfortable.
I understand that, and that's only comfortable if you're staying in Ohio. Hey, if you make $250,000 out there in LA, where you got to be touching dicks, probably.
Well, no, the price goes up.
far.
I mean, I live here, so this is my Ohio.
Yeah,
price.
I don't know where the big dick touching industry is right now. I don't know.
Apparently,
I think Vegas is big, right?
I have no idea of touching dicks, but the whole point is, if all I got to do is grab them, here's what I'm thinking. It's 20 hours a week. I got a lot of time to spend this money and have fun. I hook my kids up with everything they need.
Not everything. It's not that much
Well, no,
money.
I'm not giving them millions of dollars, but guess what? I can buy each one of my kids a fucking nice car, give them, put some money in their savings.
Yeah.
And all I got to do is this. Put a dick right here, and it's not touching me. It's not coming on me.
But it's looking at you strong, dude.
It's looking at me,
and
but
it's touching you.
You could get used to that.
They only got so much soap.
I wouldn't enjoy my job. I'd hate my fucking job. But you're talking 20 hours a week?
It probably depends on the day. I'm sure some of those porn actors are a good time. They're probably funny, making cracking jokes and shit as you're doing that.
Yeah, maybe.
You're laughing in between scenes, like.
But the bottom line is, if my math is close, you're making somewhere in the area of $5,000 a week.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
It's good money. It's very good money. I just want to make better money for that particular job.
No, I'm looking at them.
All right, guys. So you out there, how much would your annual salary be if you had to do that thing? You had to pretend like you were sucking dick on still photography photos that will be plastered all over the internet, and all your friends know about it. And they're probably sending it to each other, making fun of you. They're sending it to you, making fun of you.
Yeah, but everyone knows. Your whole family knows. Like, if your mother happens to see a picture, I know he's just doing it for the money.
What do you think they tell them? So, your sister's there, and her son, nephew is like, so what's Uncle Chris do? What do you think she says?
Uncle Chris sends you $1,000 check every Christmas. That's what he does.
No, that's not what she's going to say. I mean, if she really, he wants just to know what the profession is.
He's a model.
Model? Okay, I could see that.
That's what it would be.
A model. And then
no matter how it was, you could call yourself a professional model.
Then that fucking kid thinks that models can look like that and gets a big head and thinks he's going to be a model. Next thing you know, he's fucking...
he's doing that.
Yeah, he's sucking dick in San Diego.
Yeah, see, the whole point is...
because we lied about Uncle Chris's occupation.
I couldn't take the job, I couldn't take the job if you had to suck one or actually have real cum on you. But if it's hand lotion and a dick in your hand, I could get used to a dick in my hand for that much money. Because I'm not enjoying it. Mm-hmm. I don't like it at all. As a matter of fact, I dislike it very much. But it's, in a sense, it's this. It's in my hand. It's not coming on me. It's not peeing on me. $250. I'm yours.
All right. There you go, guys.
And I'll let a hair grow everywhere. You can label me a bear, too.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a bear, really.
You're bearish.
Yeah, but I don't have any body hair.
Neither do I.
Oh, you don't?
No, I'm not hairy at all. The only...
I think a bear has to have body hair.
Nathan's a bear. Nathan's a full bear.
Is he?
Because he has like back hair, and then he's a big dude. He's 6'3". He's big all around. Yeah,
I think Matt's probably a bear.
Matt might be a bear too. I'm not sure about Matt's body hair. He has light hair, so I'm not sure.
He's a ginger
but
bear.
He might get bear. I mean, me and Matt both might get bear just based on size and beard. But outside of that, not much bear going on. Hey, I can't change your oil. I can't do manly stuff. I'm not much of a fucking dude, So
I can't cut a tree down.
Yeah, no, couldn't cut a tree. I could try, but it's probably gonna land the wrong fucking way.
If anybody wants any pictures of me holding their dick and acting like I'm getting ready to suck it, $5,000 a week. You got me.
Hey, R.I.P. Jeff Beck.
Bummer.
No one put him in the death pool. I seen Jeff Beck a few years ago with my father.
They would count if he was turned in already.
Yes, he would have counted. That is an example, though. Jeff Beck died. I think he was 78. You would have won 22 points.
22 poents right
22
off the bat.
Points. Lost a legend, though. One of the greatest guitar players ever.
No doubt.
Viral meningitis or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah, meningitis.
Yeah, well, he caught it, I guess, and he took him. I mean, that dude weighed, I seen him maybe 8-9 years ago or whatever. He weighed like 60 pounds, it looked like.
I knew a guy that got that viral meningitis.
Oh,
God's
really?
honest truth. He started feeling sick. He was with all of his friends driving back from Gatlinburg. They went to Gatlinburg for the weekend. Started getting sick, his head hurt, blah, blah, blah. They took him to whatever hospital they could find. He died in 5 hours.
Oh, yeah, it's quick. That's a bad shit.
Yeah.
I know someone's whose sister had died, and it was the same thing. She ate some like old pizza or something like that.
And it gave it to her.
It gave it to her. The pizza had been sitting around.
But meningitis hits your brain.
I didn't really fucking understand any of it, but she died within
Yeah, that's what happened to this guy. He must have eaten something there or caught it another way.
That's crazy.
But yeah, he's just driving home. Everything's good. He's singing fucking, I don't feel good. Take him to the hospital, dies.
Bottom line, get your death pool entries in, guys. shutupcincinnati@gmail.com. We're going to do that show in a couple weeks. Deadline is the 22nd or 20th. I don't know.
I think we said 22nd.
All right, get it to me that week. Please get them in. We got about 10 or 11 in already, so we're getting some good numbers already to where we were. I'd love to get at least 20.
Paul Paletti, the winner of the last one, Daddy White, got himself a nice bottle of Weller's bourbon.
Yeah, big winner there last year.
You have to drive to Buffalo Trace to get that bottle.
Yeah, but we are looking forward to doing that show and going through that. Also, if anyone wants to get in our Royal Rumble pool, all right? Doing a Royal Rumble pool. The Royal Rumble was at the end of January. I forget which day. Maybe the 27th, 28th. I don't know. Somewhere right around there of January. What you do is you give us $20. Winner takes, they're complicated rules. But either way, you get in $20. We draw numbers. El Gordo is going to do all the drawings and everything. It'll be filmed live with El Gordo.
Now, isn't the rule of Royal Rumble you got to get thrown over the top rope?
Yes. Yeah, the Royal Rumble, for all you that don't know what it is, there's 30 wrestlers in it. They enter in one at a time. It starts with 2, and every 2 minutes another wrestler comes out. So, they go through numbers. You will draw a number. Your number, whatever wrestler comes out at that number is your wrestler. So if your number's 13, the number 13 wrestler comes out, it's Undertaker. Undertaker wins.
So we're not even going to know until
you don't know. You have to watch the Rumble to find out who your wrestler is.
So we're not drawing names of the here's your wrestler.
No, because you don't know who's going to be in the Royal Rumble. There's surprise entrants every year, shit like that.
Will there be girls in there too?
There is a girls and a guys.
Oh, so they don't go in together.
No, so that's how it is going to operate. It is $20. $10 will go to the girls. $10 will go to the guys. So you have a chance to win 4 different ways.
You get the same number for both pools.
And you have a chance to win 4 different ways. One way is if your person wins. Number 13 comes in. Like I said, it's the Undertaker. The Undertaker wins it all. You win. All right. The other way to win in the male or the female is the person that stays in the longest. So let's say you draw the number 2. They call this the Iron Man usually. And they always make a big deal out of it on the broadcast. Goldust has been in for 47 minutes, So,
but finally gets tossed out.
Those people usually don't win. I think that person's won. So if they do win, too, then you get double the money.
So the number 1 never wins.
It has happened.
It has
happened. So that's what I mean. You can get double the win if that happens. You get the number 1.
So basically, there's 2 guys in there fighting, for so long. And then the third guy comes in. They all start beating each other up.
Yep. Every 2 minutes.
Okay, so...
And the only way to lose or get out is get thrown over the top rope. And your feet have to touch the floor. Not just over the top rope, but
you can hang on to the outside and do all that.
There's all sorts of crazy shit.
So if 1 and 2 are in there, and you throw right away, number 1 throws number 2 over the fucking thing, you got 2 minutes to just chill before the next guy comes
and that happens every once in a while, usually like when a Brock Lesnar will come in at like number 10 and there'll be like 4 guys in there and Brock Lesnar will clear all 4 of them out really quick and then
I'll take Roman Reigns.
Clear the next 2. Roman Reigns won't be in it, so that'll be a bad pick.
He won't. Why? He's like one of the top guys.
Because he is the top guy. The top guy's usually never in it because the winner of the Royal Rumble faces the champion at WrestleMania.
I get it.
So that's why the champion's never in the Royal Rumble because you can't face yourself.
Okay.
All right. So that's the way that works.
But get in the pool, people.
Get in the pool. It's a fun time. And like I said, you got 4 different ways to win. You can be the winner of either the girls or the guys, or you could be the Iron Man of the girls or the guys.
What day of the week does the Royal Rumble
It's
happen?
on a Saturday night. It's the Saturday of the NFL conference championships. So those are both on Sunday, the AFC and NFC game.
Hey, pretty bad timing on their part to do it that night.
No, perfect timing because there's no football game that night.
I thought you said it was... it's
Saturday.
Football games during the day. Yeah.
No, it's Saturday.
Oh, okay.
The Royal Rumble's Saturday night. Sunday has both of the games.
You just said it's the night of the...
No, it's the night before.
Okay, well, good idea.
Yeah, that's why they do it. They do it in January every year. Get in, guys, get in. We have maybe like 10 or 11 in that. We need 30. So we need entrants. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can send me money through Venmo. Just get a hold of me at shutupcincinnati@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Or get a hold of me in person if you know me.
That's where you can also submit your death pool list, and you can also you can be anonymous if you want to, but we just have to know who you are so we know if you win. We won't say your name if you don't want it.
And like I said, El Gordo will be doing a special presentation of the drawing of the names.
How'd you get a hold of him?
You know him. He drops in every once in a while, sends me a text, tells me what's up.
All right, so he'll be here.
Yeah, he's out there. He's been mainlining steroids for like a month. He's built shit brick house. But who knows what he's up to?
I don't know.
That guy's up to some shit.
All right, so get your entries in for the death pool. Death pool's free, guys. You don't have to pay anything for that.
Free. Fuck you. Who's your fuck you, dude?
You go first this time.
Me? I go first?
Because you never go first on the fuck you. I always do.
All right, well...
Mine's a minor fuck you.
Mine's a minor fuck you, but it's a fuck you, and it's a fuck you out.
It doesn't matter if it's minor or major.
Yeah, they're all minor. Yeah. Who gives a shit? Either way, my fuck you this week goes out to you, hairy guy. That's right, Mr. fucking hairy guy. He won my pick'em league. Big winner. I think he wins like $700-800. I forget what it is exactly. I got to send that to him sometime soon. Maybe never. Who knows? I might fuck you. He won. And we asked the whole time, we're like, how the fuck is this dork picking all these games properly? Like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, he's not picking them.
Yeah,
Some
he's not
website's
picking this game. Turns out he sends us a screenshot. Now I know how he's picking them. He subscribes to that Action Network, and Matt called him out on through the text message thing. And, he showed us who was the sharps and whatnot on this weekend's game. Turns out he just did that every week and just went with what they said to pick every single week. And that's how he won my fucking Pick'em League. That's cheating.
And not only cheating, we have a chat for that Pick'em League. And every now and then he'll throw in something. And now I know he just read it off the Action Network. Yeah. Can you believe Brady threw that in double coverage against this fucking defense? Fuck you, hairy guy. You're a fraud.
I mean, I know that's all kind of what all of us do.
And you've jacked off.
Yeah, there's no way you haven't jacked off.
No, he's jacked off.
Did he tell you?
No. He's still denying. Oh, it's getting hard, dude. Getting hard. Fuck you.
How many jack-off updates have you had?
Since the 3rd, I only had one since then.
So he's gave you 4 jack-off updates
altogether? 4 jack-off updates. And the last one, he wanted to do a little bit of detail. Let me read it to you.
All right.
Let me read it to you.
Yeah, he gets real wordy sometimes.
I mean, he is. Now I know he's a total fraud. Okay, it says, day 10. Just listen to Shut Up Cincinnati 157.
Good
Thought
move.
I'd give an update. Currently on the flat line right now. I have no aspiration to nut. Only thing that sucks is that I can't go to the gym because of my knee. Got to go get physical therapy for 2 months. Shit.
I don't believe that for a second.
Fuck you, man.
If my bro Evo's telling me that, I believe it.
Yeah.
Because if that guy don't go to the gym for a week, he probably goes through withdrawals.
The hairy guy looks like an egg with a head.
Exactly. Now he's in better shape than he used to.
Well, yeah, but he's not. There's no muscle there. He's in better shape. Come on, I can't go to the gym now. I can't go to the fucking gym. Fuck.
He's over here setting off the lunk alarms and
yeah,
shit.
Can you believe fucking Kirk Cousins threw that pass? You fraud. You're a fucking fraud.
Yeah, Mr. Action Network. What are the sharps on? I don't give a fuck. I did it all by just feeling. Yeah, every week it'd be like, damn.
The hairy guy will spit out something like, hey, that's all I did. That's how everybody did it, except hairy guy.
Well, some other people might listen to, like Matt listens to a lot of podcasts and stuff like that, and I do too, some stuff, but I'm not following one particular website to a T. I'm kind of going like, oh, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Plus what I think, and make a decision kind of there. Yeah. And I can get convinced, just like Nathan and fucking Matt. Fuck you for convincing me Green Bay was going to win. Costing me a bunch of money. I knew my man up there in Detroit, MCDC, was going to fucking get it. But no, I doubted it because of fucking Matt and his fandom telling me the Packers were going to cover. Fuck you. Anyways, what's your fuck you?
Fuck you. My fuck you is a little bit personal. It's a minor one, and I probably seem a little bit fucking like an asshole giving this one, but fuck you, Jen, my butt-eating friend.
Oh, Jen, you bad butt eater.
Well, the funny thing about it is she'll laugh at this. She's got a good, I call her the butt eater, and Jen's the only name I've ever given. She comes over to my house last Tuesday. We did the
you told us.
The cream and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. She wouldn't eat my butt.
What?
Wouldn't eat my butt.
What do you mean?
She didn't want to eat butt that night.
Was she not drinking?
She was drunk.
Oh.
She was. Well, she always comes over drunk. She doesn't come over sober. I don't look good sober, apparently. But the whole point is, normally she comes over, we do all this kind of fun, nasty stuff. That night, she just wanted to fucking leave. Wouldn't let me eat her butt either. She goes, I just want to go home, so let's just fucking get over with. So we fucked and she left.
Man.
I did not get my butt eaten. And out of the 100 times I've probably fucked with Jen, she's only not eaten my butts like 3 times.
Did you not brush your teeth that day?
Oh, no.
Were you not
wipe my ass.
Were you not as clean?
I was right out of the shower. When she comes over, I'm right out of the shower every time.
You think she has like a bidet, like she gets weirded out by him? And she went in your bathroom and seen that you had the bidet set up? And she's like,
because she normally loves her butt eating.
Well, yeah, you've told.
But she didn't want that either. She just wanted to fucking leave. Man. And at first I felt used.
Yeah.
Just for my dick. Mm-hmm. But the whole point is, Jen, that's our thing. Everybody's got a thing. Our thing is eating each other's butts. We've eaten each other's butts before where we didn't fuck. So
really?
Yeah, it's happened.
That's weird.
Well, it's just oral. We'll eat each other's butts, and I'll go down on her, and she'll come a couple times, suck my dick, I'll come, and then, okay, see ya. We just do whatever we want. But the whole point is, Jen, you need to want to eat butt when you come over. Okay, that's really what I've come to count on after all these years.
That's part of the deal.
Yeah, it's been about 3 years now. I've come to count on it, and I've come to count on eating your butt as well. So if you ever find yourself, drunk and you're horny and you want to come over, be prepared to eat and get eaten in the butt area. Because that's our thing, and I want our thing to stay. I believe in tradition. So, fuck you, Jen.
Yeah, fuck you, Jen.
What a selfish fuck I am.
You know, when you get your oil change, you also expect that tire rotation. And the day they don't give you that tire rotation, you're like, hey, man.
That's it. Why?
This was part of the deal.
Why did I do that?
That was part of the deal.
Yeah, it's like guy comes into work. He always tips you $50 when he leaves. Hypothetically, win or lose, here's $50.
Yeah.
And one day he says, have a good day, man. Hope things are good. And he doesn't give you that 50.
Ah, you look at him a little funny.
Yeah,
hey, man.
I don't like him this much less. I like him this much less than I did before he was here.
Yeah, kind of fuck him now.
Tradition.
Yeah.
Eat my butt, Jen,
Hey,
and I'll
come
eat
on,
yours.
Jen. Eat some butt, Jen.
That's all.
Just stop being a fucking asshole and eat some butt.
Butt teaser.
All right, man. I think that's it this week. We got to get the fuck out of here. Try to keep it short on these weeks where it's just me and Chris. We're going to try to get someone in next week. We got a little bit of a segment going. The week after that will be the Death Pool week. We're looking forward to that one. We may or may not have a guest on that one. I haven't really decided if I want one. I'm thinking about some other shit. But until next week, I'm going to go do wholesome shit.
Okay. You do wholesome shit.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to go pick my kids up.
All right, you're going to pick your kids up right after he celebrates the death of DeMar Hamlin.
But don't
in
hit
his
the song yet.
championship.
Don't hit the song yet. I got one more thing.
All right, go.
Jason told you last week, if you want to be on the Death Poll episode and read yours live, that's fine. Another thing is, if you want to submit your Death Poll that day, you can call and we can put you on the air and you can read your Death Poll out loud.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anybody that wants to call, I'll give you my number. I'll give you Jason's number. If you want to read your Death Poll to everybody, you don't even have to give your name.
No.
But you can do it live on the phone. We can put it on the podcast with you on the phone. So if you want to submit one and you want to be on the show, have a little fun with it, you can give us a call. Just ask us and we'll give you our numbers.
All right. Until next week, go fuck yourself.
You can kindly fuck off now. Please subscribe and share. Well, you can kindly fuck off now. Subscribe and share. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off.